typical Nigerian nigger. Have you all forgotten? So you've forgotten that this so-called presidency, Garabashev gave Biafra 100 billion to come down to the south. He gives peanuts to useless monarchs and traditional rulers so that our forests can be taken. Have you all forgotten? Oh, you have. Of course, you're in this room. You've forgotten. Did they give 100 billion to any other organization? Did Asorok give 100 billion to any other group? Why would the government give 100 billion to a bunch of terrorists and openly claim that they are stakeholders in the government? That is why government can come out openly without shame to support terrorists in Yoruba forests. Let them come to our land and they will see. They say that all the government of Ondo State and others must draw a boundary. Yeah, who are the bandits and who are the law abiding? How can we know? Before the white man came,
to our resilience and our determination to restore Biafra is not only mistaken, not only misguided, but needs to see a psychiatrist, because we are not stopping. I am NNAMDI'S and I don't stop until I get what I want.
Yes, we'll never stop, we'll never stop, we'll never stop, and nothing can stop us. We're still moving ahead. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We speak for the IPOB. We are the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. This is where we sit down and disseminate the information that the world needs to know. People are learning every single day. You listen to Radio Biafra, you become wiser than you were a minute ago. Every minute that you listen to Radio Biafra, something's out there to educate you, unless you want to lie to yourself, want to deceive yourself. Yesterday I had a lot of talks about people because I was able to post on my Facebook page and I also tweeted it on yesterday because I have a reaction, especially, but the truth is that if you go very close to the reactions, you see that it's one person that is, let me pull out what I actually tweeted and what I posted that is creating this havoc, or creating this confusion in some people's minds, because the truth they say is very bitter. Honestly, when I was a young boy, when I was a child, anytime my mother grabs that bottle, I panic, because that thing is so bitter that when you swallow it, it cures the malaria, but it's bitter. The bitterness goes from your mouth into your stomach. You still feeling it. No matter how much you try to cleanse your throat after that, you still feel that bitterness. That's exactly what the truth does to most of us. This young man that went into the train or the bus or whatever and confronted the youths that were going to play soccer, I had to post it, and oh my goodness, it was like heaven let loose. And one particular person is the person that was attacking left, right. It's like when you look at the comments, it's between me and him, because he was trying to make sense out of that the man is a liar, the man is a he-goat. I say, whether he's a he-goat, a she-goat, a transgender goat, it doesn't matter. The truth remains. The promise I'm giving to each and every one of them who are challenging what this young man did is that rain, when it starts falling, it's going to beat each and every one of us. It's not going to leave anybody behind. Let's listen to this. That's very impressive. I can even hear the Biafran girls are there too. Listen to them.
I want to speak to you. I want to speak to you people, please. I'm also a Nigerian. I live in Vienna. I seek a soul here in Vienna, and I'm living here for over so many years. And you people are representing a terrorist organization, a terrorist government. You Nigerian youth should be very ashamed of yourselves. Every one of you here should be very, very ashamed of yourself. I will speak to you. This can't happen in another European country that their youth are representing a government. Stay quiet, stay quiet, stay quiet. A football team should know that we are suffering the youth of Nigeria. Over 10 million Nigerian youth are abroad doing nothing, and you people who are supposed to know the truth are representing a terrorist organization called Buhari, kidnapping citizens, killing youths. Excuse me, stay quiet, Mr. Man. I'm speaking, I'm not causing any problem. You understand? I am speaking to these youths who have refused to recognize. No, I will. If you touch me, I will call the police on you. If you touch me, I will call the police on you. This is not Nigeria. This is not Nigeria. If anyone who touch me will get the police. This is Vienna, Austria. This is not a third world country. This is not a third world country. You motherfuckers. You are representing a government which are killing their people. You cannot be ashamed of yourself. Don't push me. When you touch me, it's shake dick here. Do action. Don't touch me. Go away. This is a democratic nation. This is not a third world. I'm living in Vienna. I pay my tax. I live here. So I'm calling on you idiots. Go back home. Don't represent. Be ashamed of yourself. Look at you. Look at you. Look at how you are. You represent a government which is telling you are from Switzerland. I saw you a few days ago. You are a new citizen. I don't think this is how it's done in Switzerland. You are representing a terrorist. You should be ashamed of yourself. Lucky you were killed. Over 200 youths were killed in Lekki Peninsula, and you're representing a terrorist organization, calling yourself Eagles players. You should be ashamed of yourself, every one of you. I'm making this video. You touch me, you are in pain. Don't touch my legs. If you touch me, I'll put a mark. I want them to see my face. Look at you, look at you. I know you're House of Fulani. I know you're Fulani. Catch them do the Owaki. Catch them do the Owaki. Bring me a maka. I cannot. You don't understand what the suffering you Nigerians are going through. And you are representing a terrorist organization. You should be the ones. You should be the ones to be afraid. You should be the ones to fight for your youth. You should be the ones to fight for everyone of you. Please do not touch me. Then two bunkers. Then two bunkers. You're idiots. Every one of you should be ashamed. I'm not anything. Look at you. You have no reason. Every one of you should be ashamed of yourself. I will video myself. I'm not afraid. Every one of you, I played for Julius Berger. The corruption in Nigeria brought me here. I'm a prisoner also. I played for Nigerian Julius Berger. The corruption in the country brought me here, and I'm here suffering. You choose to stand for your youth, are connecting with a terrorist organization to represent the government which is killing your people. You lived in Switzerland all your life. Is that how? I lived 1 year in Switzerland. I know how it is. And you are representing a dirty country which has no future, criminals. You should be ashamed of yourself, every one of you. I will post it. You will see this video. Super Eagles. You call your name Super Eagles or the Falcon. You should be ashamed of yourself, every one of you. You live. I have a good life. I have a good life. Ask me if you're sincere. To change the system, this is what I'm doing, is what I'm doing to change the system. Yeah. I'm doing it to show you people who don't know what is it to be a citizen, who don't know what is it to fight for a country. You are living in a country where the president is a kidnapper, kidnapping and killing its citizens. You are empty. You are empty in your head. If you are not empty, you will stand by me. I will cause this thing is going to be. You will see it. Don't touch me. Don't touch me here. Police will wait for me. I don't disturb you. I am free to protest. Police will wait for me. You shut them outside. I don't attack. I didn't touch anybody. I have a video. I never touch anybody. No, it's allowed. It's allowed. It's allowed. You're a criminal. Touch them. Do it. Say look at you idiot. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That is very interesting, because the man himself that is talking is not even a Biafran. As soon as he started talking, I picked his accent. This is the truth. This is so painful for some people. I told you, I put it on Facebook, and the reaction to one particular person, they even called him, the man went back and brought his picture and said, this is a he-goat. I said, stop calling him names. Stop calling him names, guys. Face reality. This is a protest. A protest by one man that is very effective. If they think I'm going to stop talking about this, forget it. I will not. It's going viral. We'll make sure that we push it on. So that those who want to hide their face in shame, look at them. You know, slavery is a very difficult thing. Like something that I read in the school about the house slave and the slave in the farm, you know, that kind of thing. The house slave thinks it's a privilege to be in the house and eat whatever the master has left behind, and that I'm better than the slave in the farm. The slave in the farm actually is the one that takes care of himself. Probably works in the farm and then once in a while picks the apple and eats it and washes it and eats it and keeps alive. Those in the house think they are better because you know what? They are eating what the master has left behind. They eat what the master eats, except that the one that they eat is the one that the master has rejected. This is exactly what is happening. These people are the ones going to play the soccer. Oh, we are patriots. And this young man has gone through this process that they went through. So somebody's asking him, listen, very intelligent man, and that's what somebody calls a he-goat. What are you doing to change the system? And he told her, he answered the lady, what I'm doing right now, that is the only way. I'm educating you to think. And some people, oh, you're in another man's country. Yes, he's in another man's country because he doesn't want to be there. That's why he's doing what he's doing. He wants to go back to wherever he belongs. But he's trying to educate you to make you understand that your life is a misery. Is a miserable, not even misery. What's misery? Miserable. And that you should try to change. That's exactly what Ipob is all about. That's exactly what Mazi NNAMDI'S Kanu has been saying. And he will keep saying it no matter how much you hate him. When you go home, you think, look at all the money. Let me not, that they said they are throwing around just to take one person. Now the people that are thinking of even making this contribution, don't you think they are out of their mind? They are not all right. If you should contribute this kind of money in order to go get one person, why don't you ever think within yourself? It means he is right. Who wants to spend money to get me? I have nobody now. Getting me, that you don't even need money anyway to get people like me. I'll get one small boy, give him 25 cents, say knock off this old man, knock him off the street. Of course. But if all of you can sit down with all your millions, you gather it together, you are going to get somebody abducting from a foreign country to come back to your home. Don't you think for a minute that man you're going to abduct has something in his cupboard? That's why you want to abduct him. Like I said when I put in this in yesterday, somebody, one particular person, was all worked up because this is very embarrassing to them. First, he started by saying that the man lied because he said 200 people died in Lekki. And I'm asking you, does it matter? Did anybody die? Why are you so interested in the quantity? Oh, he lied because he said, yeah, right, he said 200. When not up to 200 died. So, do you call that to a lie? The person that is talking doesn't even know how many people that died in Lekki. The investigation have died off. Nobody is saying anything about it anymore. Nobody's thinking that way. And somebody is out here trying to keep us aware that humans were destroyed. Human life was destroyed by the youths were destroyed. And these are youths going out there to play soccer, to represent the very terrorist government that is killing them, that has no regards for them. And then he turned around, that those of you overseas, now he's talking to me because probably he knows I don't live in this room. It's not everybody that will leave Nigeria. After all, Obi Kubana, yes, that's his name. Obi Kubana is here and he has made it. Look at the fool. Look at the comparison. Take a look at the way they think. And sometimes I ask myself, people you think that are intelligent, the moment they start talking, you see they are more idiotic and more stupid than you can imagine. Look at the example here, very good example. Oh, good example. Obi Kubana, does he live in Europe? He doesn't live in Europe. He lives in Oba. Yes, that's where he lives. Everybody knows that. That's what he said. That's where he lives. But please, if you have a brain, go and interview him. and ask him how he got to where he is, the help that your government has given him to get to his point. You discover that the only thing that man has gotten from the government is probably the air. It's not even the government, because the government doesn't supply the air. He has worked himself up there, but how many people are like that? He's only 0.00001%. You think that people in Europe, in London, or in diaspora, they are very rich? No, they are not. They are not that rich. I'm not rich. But you know something? If I have a headache, I will call the ambulance. They will take me to the hospital. Somebody will take care of you. Somebody's out there. The country is structured. That's what we are saying. We are not saying that as soon as you come to Europe, you become a rich man. As soon as you reach, no, we are not saying what we are saying because we want to bring down the country. Because the truth, like I said, is like the quinine. When you drink it, it bothers you. It goes down. The bitterness runs from your mouth into your stomach. That's what this young man has said, and that is why you are getting worked up. Because if he didn't tell the truth, if he had lied, if he had come there and say, Buhari is the best president in Nigeria, then you would jump. This guy is patriotic. He loves his country. He is the one that is very, 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 very patriotic. This person that is talking to this kid. He's more patriotic than you can imagine. He's not a wishy-washy. He's not praising anybody. He's just telling you the truth the way it is. So I don't expect for everybody to like him, but you know something? When that rain starts falling, whether you like it or not, whether you support him or not, whether you support the government or not, the rain is going to beat you. And trust me, you will feel the pain more because you didn't see it coming. Either you saw it coming and you are pretending as if it is not there, hoping it's going to go away. Nothing goes away unless you take it out. It's going to remain the same. It's even going to get worse. It's going to metamorphose into something else. You know, the tentacles, if he had 4, will now be going to 8. And that's where he's going. You have a terrorist government in Nigeria. Everybody knows that. The world is coming to realize it. We were talking about it, you know, try to hide our mouth to say it's a terror. Now they are proving it to the world. They are proving it to the world. They are even kidnapping now. The kidnappers at home is not enough. They are taking it internationally. Going out to kidnap. Sunday Igboho right now as we speak, I've non-verified. I don't know where he is. But you know something? He's still running away from kidnapping. Mazi Kanu, they went to Kenya. They kidnapped him. In a foreign country. That will tell the world that we have been right all along. I read something this morning purported to have come from the British Parliament, unverified, but I'm going to read it because it's a very interesting story. It says the Nigerian government must explain to us how Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya. That is the UK Parliament. Somebody's calling me now and I don't think I want to take this call now because I'm on air. The United Kingdom Parliament has stated that the Nigerian government has to explain the roles it played and the manner of the arrest of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya. The UK Parliament and the UK Minister of State for the Commonwealth, Lord Tariq Ahmed, demanded that the Nigerian government should explain to the British government how it repatriated the IPOB leader. This followed a debate by the UK Parliament on July 7th, during which the British lawmakers discussed the UK government's assessment of Kenya's role in Kanu's arrest. Lord Alton of Liverpool raised the issue at the House of Lords, seeking to address the controversy surrounding the transfer of Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria against his will. He also sought to know if there was any assistance provided to the embattled IPOB leader by High Commission in Abuja. The Parliament schedule stated, and I quote, Lord Alton of Liverpool to ask Her Majesty's government what assessment they have made on 1. The alleged role of government of Kenya in the detention and alleged maltreatment of Nigerian activist Nnamdi Kanu. 2nd, the circumstances surrounding the transfer of Kanu to Nigeria against his will. And 3rd, of the assessment being provided, or the assistance, I'm sorry, of the assistance being provided to him by High Commission in Abuja, HL 1665. In response to the Parliament's debate, Ahmed said, "We are seeking clarification from the Nigerian government about the circumstances of the arrest and detention of Nnamdi Kanu." Ahmed also confirmed claims by the British High Commission in Abuja that UK government was providing consular assistance for the IPOB leader. The UK has requested consular assistance to UK from the Nigerian government and will stand ready to provide consular assistance, he maintained. While the British regime has refused to discuss how it repatriated the IPOB leader from Kenya, the UK government had clarified that Kanu traveled with a British passport, was not arrested within its shores. IPOB had also accused Kenya's special police force of arresting, detaining, and torturing Kanu before the authorities handed him over to the Nigerian government. But Kenya, through its High Commission in Nigeria, Wilfred Mashhad, refuted the claim, stating that the East African country was not involved in the whole process. But findings by The Guardian, a UK newspaper, indicated that the arrest was in Kenya, as Kanu UK passport remains in Kenya. He was said to have entered Kenya this year with his British passport on a visa expiring in June. The newspaper reported Kingsley Kanu, a brother to the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, insisted that Kenyan government was also involved in the arrest. Wow, like I said, the story is very interesting. That's why I'm reading out to you. So the protest is carrying on. It's continuing all over the world. Tomorrow we're having one here in New York at the British consulate in Manhattan, New York at 855 2nd Avenue. We're imploring each and every one of us to be there. The time is 11 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Tomorrow is Friday, so thank God it's weekend. And we are all going to be there to make sure that we participate. You don't have to be a Biafran alone to be there. The Duduas are invited. The Ambazonians are invited. All freedom lovers all over the world are invited. We are going to submit a letter to the British government that we need our leader to be free. We have to free our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has done nothing. He's abducted. Nigeria has committed an international crime, which they are known for. This is the only country in the world where they can kidnap their own citizen, kidnap its own citizen. Within the country, everybody is afraid for his life, even though some people might come out and make it look like, the way God works anyway. Today you deny that Nigeria is such a great government. Tomorrow they will kidnap your uncle or your grandmother or your, somebody in your family. And then you start looking for the truth. You see, it's good. For them, business is, kidnapping is a total business that involves money. And they're throwing this money around. They're borrowing money from countries like China and they are abusing it. They're putting money together to go and kidnap a single person that has done nothing to them, that is only asking for his freedom. Well, meanwhile, the actual terrorists are all there, killing and maiming and raping our women, and nobody is putting money together to go get them. They're putting money together to go and get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because you know what? He is the light, and darkness can never overtake the light. No way. No way. We are waiting for them. They say the 26th. We are going to wait. We are waiting diligently. And those who are preparing to go to Abuja should prepare themselves to go. No problem. And those of yesterday, I spoke to somebody that called me in yesterday from Aba, to be precise, and she's telling me what they are preparing to do, and I'm not at liberty to say that on air, because she gave it to me confidentially, and it's going to remain that way. So we are embarking on a protest, peaceful one, here in New York tomorrow. Please make sure that you are there if you are able to. Come in there and let us did it together, because our leader is still incarcerated, and as long as he is there, we are not going to relent. We are not going to rest, no matter what anybody does. IPOB is here to stay. We have a structure, and we are very structured with discipline. We work according to the instruction that is given to us. We have always said it. If I ask you, let us wait, because I keep saying it, that this whole process is a blessing that is coming to us in disguise. And unless you have eyes, unless you have that eyes that is the back of your head, you'll be able to see the truth when it comes. Others might not see it, but if you are diligent enough, if you're quiet enough, if you're quiet in your solitude, in your meditation, you'll be able to see the good in the end. You see, go down there and you see the end in the beginning. They are very close together. Draw a cycle, start from a point and then draw. Before the time you close the cycle, discover that the end of it is they are just together. For you to have a cycle, you have to join the beginning with the end, right? So we have seen it, seen what is happening when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. When I heard it over it, I said to somebody, the deal is done. The deal is done in my sense that the man already told us, even before our prayer started, that we should pray the Psalms, and before the Psalm ends, we're going to see what Chukwokike will do for us. And then we are seeing it. I am seeing it already. Because if they didn't have the opportunity to kill him at Afaruku Ibeku, I don't think anything will happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not worried at all. I'm not even thinking about it. It's just the same crude oil refining the crude oil to make it very useful. That's exactly what is the process that is going on, and to remain going on that way. Eventually, one day they will give up. This is Radio Biafra USA 2.
Why? Radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station. You're listening to this. Radio Biafra.
All right, I'm open up the line for you to make your calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984. +1 929-406-9953, and those who are embarking on protests, please call in and advertise it, call in and talk about it so that people will get there together with you. All right, this morning, please, when you call me, please be very, very considerate. Do not take too much time. Allow others to come in, because everybody wants to make a call. Sometimes I always predict how the calling was going to go, because already the 3 lines are showing me that people are already calling even before I open up the line. So if you call, if you're lucky to be picked, please just spend 2 to 3 minutes, say what you want to say, go directly to it, forget about all the greetings, thank you, and what you are doing for us and all that. No, we don't need that this morning. What I need this morning is for you to call in, talk about the issues that's on ground, and then let us go. Caller, lucky caller this morning, the caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi, Ipob. Good evening from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia here. My name is Mazi.
You are the first caller today. The first caller today, so welcome to the program. Go ahead, sir.
Wow, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to get through to be a first caller. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank all Biafrans all over the world, and I thank our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is to go, and I will continue to be with him. I'm strengthening him for the job he's doing for Biafran people. It's not easy. And also I thank all the whole genuine Biafrans, IPOB, working assiduously to make sure that we restore our motherland, which is Biafra. All the whole principal officers, our brothers living in diaspora, and making us proud right now with their protests all over the world. The whole world is seeing what is happening, and I believe they'll begin to ask questions and say what is happening. I am so amazed. One of the protests yesterday as Swedish protesters yesterday. They did a very amazing job, and then with the world we now begin to understand and see Kenya as a kidnap and a terrorist nation. And our leader always say it that what happened to African people, black people people is really from them, not really from our colonialists. You know, those that were thinking that they are colonizers. But our own problem is really from the Shoji, the black people. This is the people that are subjugating us, putting us into this mess. Mazi, thank you for some of the things you played, even the one of the article, the statement you read from British maybe representative or parliament. I think that should be 2 weeks ago on 7th, according to what you read. What I want to comment there regarding that Biafrans should know, or the world should know, that what Britain is doing is let me just say is a game, and they are trying to divert attention of the world not to really focus on the thing that really happened, you know, because the extraordinary rendition of our supreme leader Mazi Kanu have its procedures and have its laws. And up to this moment, even if you listen to interview of our lawyer or some of the articles they publish online, saying that our leader was the Nigerian government disallowed them, could not even allow our leader to sign some of the documents that will grant our leader the access for British consular assistance. And then they now said again that after the barrister reported it, that they could not allow our leader to sign that document, they now said again that Nigeria, Britain made a statement that Nigeria should come and explain to them. See, what I'm seeing all this thing playing out, or what these people is just trying to delay practice. Let me just put it that way.
Yes.
Britain know what. Yes, they know what they should do. They know the right thing to do. Are you trying to tell me that if this thing happened to be a British white stain in another country, up to this moment, that British have not made a very strong statement or send a very strong signal to the Nigerian state or to that particular country who extradited their citizens to another country? This is what are we talking about here? Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in another country, and the Mazi Kanu was not holding the documents of Nigeria, where the Nigerian government or Kenya government extradited him to another country. This is holding a British document, a British passport, and up to this moment, British are still trying to play, trying to release statements, trying to make people to wind the brain of black people, or try to wind the brain of the world that they are doing this, they are doing this. They should know they know the diplomatic protocols. This is what they should go. They should make the bold statement and do the right thing they should do. If Britain really mean what they are doing, that they want to follow the whole process of law, they should now call their High Commission to Nigeria back to their country, all the whole citizens of Britain back to their country, and give them a strong warning, and also give a warning to expel Nigerian High Commissioner to Britain. Send you back to Nigeria. So the world, when they take this kind of posters, the world will now open eyes and know that these people really mean business. What are we talking about here? They are just hiding, they are just making statements. After a few days, they will make a one statement or the other. After a few days, they will make why something is happening. The lawyer of Mazi Kanu come in the interview or make a broadcast and say the health of his client. It's not really well that he needs a proper medical attention. Are you telling me it is a white skin happening in another nation that Britain will keep quiet up to this moment? Let me just tell the world, let me tell Biafrans, what is happening to us is from Britain. It market anywhere, anytime. Britain is really aware of what is happening to Biafran. Even how Nnamdi Kanu is being, extradited to Nigeria and turn him back there. Britain is aware. So let them know indirectly they are all encouraging terrorism. If they don't do the right thing to get Nigeria serious warning, to expel the Nigerian High Commission to Britain and also recall the High Commission to Nigeria. We will see it as if they have not taken any proper action what they're supposed to do. So they don't have the right thing to do. They are encouraging these Fulanese to be killing people. They are encouraging terrorism happening in Nigeria. And we hear when our leader was saying it, their High Commission to Nigeria as on a line, been trumpeting every place trying to make broker peace in that contraption. Who are they brokering peace? Something has happened. Nigeria has broke the law. And they, instead of them to do the right thing they should do, they are now trying to release statement. After a few days, they release one statement. After a few days, they release statement without taking a proper action. Nigeria is not a country you just make a statement without taking proper action.
Yes.
Unless they want their citizen to be kidnapping. Anywhere you see a British citizen, they are encouraging kidnapping, they are encouraging terrorism all over the world. Because what has happened in Nigeria now can also happen to any other place. If you see a British citizen, are they telling Biafrans to begin to kidnap their own citizen? If you're a British citizen in any part of the world, you should be kidnapped. You should be kidnapped. This is what the Britain is encouraging. So they should do the right thing. Well, thank you very much. I'll continue to keep on keeping on.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541. I have somebody try to call me on WhatsApp. Let's see what the person has to say. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on WhatsApp on private line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Thank you for giving me so because my name is Simon. The way I play from anywhere you are, welcome to the list.
Hello. The caller is interrupted. Could you call back? Like I said before, this private line is not supposed to be on WhatsApp because there's always interruption coming in from there. Please, could you transfer to another line, and then let's not use this line for WhatsApp unless direct calls. Go to any of the other lines and make your call there so that you'll not be interrupted. Now I am beginning to have a problem here. Let me try it again and see if it's going to work. Caller, good morning. See, you are having too much interruption on that line, and unfortunately we can't continue with that. All I need you to do is please go to the other lines and use the other lines. Don't use this particular line because too much interruption coming in on the line. Let me see, I have somebody on signal. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Good morning. Welcome to the program, sir. Yes, your live, sir. Go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you, sir. I'm Ucho and the daddy calling from my location. I just want to, this thing you played regarding to that very man that approach those players in Austria. I think that man might be from Middle Belt because of his accent. I want to, that man did a very great job. You know, he did a very powerful job by educating those fools that are showcasing their ignorance and stupidity in the name of representing Janjaweed. One thing I appreciate so much is he has already destroyed their morale. Because I don't see the liver that those idiots will have again to go and say they want to go and play. Or you have sowed a seed into their mind and their heart.
Yes.
Especially those few of them that have conscience. You have demoralized them in total. Because I don't see the face or the courage they will now start go to the field or pitch, start jumping up. Say they want to play. That man did a very great job, honestly.
Great job, yes.
It's very, very great job. He demoralized their morale. Damn! They don't understand that what they are representing is a terrorist. That the youth that's supposed to be jumping up, shelling them, is the one that these terrorists are killing. So who are they? Is it the old people? These old men that are about to die? Is it the one they are representing? They're supposed to represent the youth, but the youth is the one all these terrorists are killing. So I commend the man very well for making that very protest one. It's very wonderful, and along the line for the world to know, to see that Nigeria is a terrorist nation. So it's commendable. And secondly, before wasting time, British government is aware of what is happening. I must say, let's say I will say the truth. Forget about all these hanky-panky they are playing. Is it not the same Catriona line after all this, on top of this fire that is burning? Was the one that I watched the other day in a video telling Nigerians how they will be coming to UK to study. The one that have brain or all this one and so no, they will, after their study finish, they will grant them, give them extra 3 years to stay and this that. Is it on top of the thing that is happening? They want the Nigeria to come and so they will spoil their brain in UK. On top of the thing that's happening. So British know what is happening. Their hand is there. They are the green snake in the green grass. Because they see that our leader Mazi is a stumbling block to them. For them to harness our resources. That's our leader has been blocking them, disturbing them. So the best thing they can do is to connive with this Janjaweed. How could this Fulani have such intelligence to do all these things? Somebody is behind them. Who is behind them is Britain. So British is accomplice to this thing that is happening. They once in a while they come out and issue one funny statement, hoping that we will be jumping up. The British said this thing today, British said this thing tomorrow, we'll be jumping up. Who are they fooling? Who are they fooling us? Not to be happy now, clapping hand that British have said this thing, British Parliament have said this, and then we'll relax. Which is what they know what they're supposed to do in this critical time. Because we are Africans now, it doesn't matter. We are only holding the paper. We are not citizens. We are not white people. The paper is just formality. See, we are citizens just for formality. We are not really citizens. That's what that means. So they can go ahead and do what. Let them stop pretending. We know that their hands in it. They are on top of the game. They know what is happening, and they are encouraging evil. They are encouraging evil, and they are encouraging evil. They themselves are telling us that they are not democratic. I mean, Britain themselves, that they don't have rule of law and there's no human rights in British. So let them not deceive the world there is human rights. That is what they are encouraging us. If they don't do the needful now, I go break and won't leave my Shalom, sir.
Shalom. All right, thank you very much for your call. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. Let me take another call coming in on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Wow, thank you, Mazi. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Simon. I am calling from US Pen. May you bless every IPO family members all over the world. May He protect our evil leader, guide him, give him strength, protect him. He will be back. Soon he will be back with victory. There's nothing the enemy will do to him. May He protect and guide his family and his children. He said, Mazi, let me go straight to the point. Let me follow up in something one of our brothers, the last caller, said. You see, Britain, if some of you don't know who your enemy is when it's gonna take you so long to avoid them. I know them. They never liked us for anything, but we took everything from them. We love them, worship them, ask their name, take their religion, still paying them all to death. They are the architect of everything that is happening to Biafrans. We know. Like the case of ordinary rendition, it is a war crime. Britain has hand in it. I know what they do. I know they took an inquiry that even want to bring the British intelligence to shame. When they adopted one Pakistan British descent from Afghanistan, they sent him to Guantanamo Bay. This is exactly the same thing they did again. So if they're playing, doing nice man, that they don't know what is going on. They know they are the engineer of all these things. So what we need to do now is how to live without them, how to do anything without them. After all, when the restoration process of Israel, the state of Israel that is today, when it was going on, Britain never supported them. Britain never supported anything that concerned the children of God. It is in history. So if you think they will support on it now, they're not. So we need to do to them what Israel do to Britain in different way, in everywhere, so we can survive. Follow up, and that's a Mazi. Peters, with all due respect, let me send this message, and I know so that you to get them. I saw a video flying up about a fire, which some guys have called me saying this, saying that. I said, well, thank God that he had come out to say something. If he find Yoruba condemn Biafra, he will be a dead man till tomorrow. I have said it. I let him know this in 2015. When they think that when he have money, he leads, he can do anything, but he made money in Nigeria. I told him something like this in May, in 2015. When they saw my tag in my chest. Yes. But one thing that saved him, there is a time he published something. I think during the time our leader was in prison, he published something in Tribune. That paper was the thing that saved him fine Yoruba when they sentenced him to death in 2017. I hope he never forgets. We IPOB, me personally, I know how much it cost me, both my flight ticket and everything to go to meeting to present that paper he published about Biafra. I think it was in Tribune. So all any of you messing up with Biafra, you are on your own. If you ever contributed 1 cent against destroying of Mazi and the Kanu or Biafra restoration, your days are numbered. So it will take you. You see what happened to our brothers of Biafra people. You see how they come out. Even people that didn't even agree in the position of Solubo, they come and defend their own. Why will it be only us, Igbo, ONG, like ONG Sadma? I can never fight for them. I'm doing this because of Biafra.
Okay.
How can we condemn our own? We are good on it. You are good taking contract. They give you contract money. While get contact with any construction company in America, it won't be hard for you. Bring it to Nigeria, set up your project. You see, that is where you see the monster. You know that we are just slave. You see anything here, exclusive list. All of them are targeted against Biafrans.
Thank you, sir. Let's go. Round it up.
Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. People need to wake up. Nothing will happen. Victory is ours. All Biafra, sign up for me.
Thank you very much. I have another call coming in straight line. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller on straight line, are you there?
Yes. I can hear you, my daughter. Can you hear me, sir?
Good morning, welcome to the program.
Okay, sir. Let me pick my radio, Mazi. I put as because. Okay, so I'm back. Mazi, I put as the sheet. Our radio is not talking. Biafrans all over the world. May Chukwokikabiama, his peace continue to dwell upon every one of us. Everywhere he has scattered us. Mazi, I put as. You know that Chukwokikabiama scattered us everywhere. Is it not true? We abandoned our own way. As of Alahapu position, Aka Paraya, Opala, we are Biafra. Who is prepared? Who is prepared to decide for us? We Biafra that we live our life. Biafra all over the world. Pretend to deceive our ancestors. Pretend we never deceive this present generation of Biafra. We the IPOB are under oath, mandated by the Christ, created for himself. To restore our land. I'm not that we will restore this land back. Biafra all over the world. On that support of one and upon the gathering of the Kanu, Yoruba has proved themselves. How we believe. We have seen it all. They have shown us that they are not only. Yes, Yorubas up you. But Yorubas, we the IPOB, we are formidable. You see 26. Any leader in Biafra land, any leader in Yoruba land, any leader in Hausa land, any leader in Fulani land, that's our leader has not come out of it. All of this Nigeria will be destroyed. You don't know what to come to people. You see Daniel chapter 12. Biafra all over the world. We want your father, we want your bishop, we want your pastor. Christ told you this is the time of the end. No more time to delay. We must respect, we must restore our dignity.
Thank you, sir. Just round it up, please. Go ahead.
Second case, chapter 11. Second case, chapter 10. Second case, chapter 11. Mother is better. Makatila can I will to die here. I probably shall never go to that. We will destroy. She, no religious leader, no governor. We need to destroy France. Dara. Chukwa kikabia roka mone roka jodi ngapola. Patute kwa mandi kereke se no mga kita mapata amande chukwe. Moya mesunu le ni mala tembo. Neke nori nafo. Nampo iya maza petantisito kene kini tukisi.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1 929-406-9953. Have a call coming on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, may Elohim bless you. Bless you. I still remember Mazi Chinemere Mobiku. I'm calling from my location. Mazi Abitas. May God bless Biafra. Bless IPOB all over the world. This is the kingdom of God on earth, and no man, born of a woman, neither pretend or what, can stop it. It's because it's divine project, and nobody can stop it. But I want to say that some people are talking Ifanyoba. I remember what Ifanyoba did to our women in Enugu. Ifanyoba still hold the bravery of our women and their phone. You know, these politicians, Mazi, we are going to die here with them and their families. They are not. Ekan family will not be in Biafra land. Ekan family cannot be. All these politicians, Mazi Kanu is in prison. They have the gut to support kidnapping their brother at Kenya. Oh, I don't know that Igbo have corrupted in that level. That in Igbo land you will find an Igbo man answering Sorudo or Sonudo. They then are, oh God. But you see this time around, we are going to die, all of us. I see on 26, Nigeria is going to burn. It's not a threat, it's a promise. Let them. We need our leader. That man is innocent. He do not commit. Gumi is here walking around negotiating with bandits. Nobody is arresting Gumi, but they are here. Or something, a flake in the Igbo land. A flake from the very big when Igbo, now Igbo, for the second way for the king. Okay, the other one now will be Kubana. Now be Kubana Urugo, in our one again, in the Ghana Tobago. But you know something like Abuja, Imam, if people in the land give anything, I say, and they are Bonibo. Now, go Mazi, may Elohim bless you. And I will be all over the world. The psalm that our leader give us, we are on it. We are on Psalm 53 today. Let everybody swing that psalm. That man is a man sent by Tuko Kadama. When he comes down before, there is a sign following Mazi and the Kanu. That sign that sign at this end, they will know that indeed Biafrans IPOB is designed by Tibo Kadama, and nobody, born of a woman, will stop it. Mazi Aipita, may Elohim bless you. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you very much. All right, something here that's very interesting that I'm reading right now. I'm seeing it on Facebook. It says the Punch newspaper wrote. He said they cannot say how many policemen that were killed at the checkpoint in Enugu, but there were 6 policemen at the checkpoint. I don't understand it. The commissioner of police said he cannot ascertain how many policemen that were killed, but there were 6 at the checkpoint. When they lie and keep lying and keep lying and keep writing their stories, they think they are talking to a bunch of kids that don't know anything. You said you had 6 policemen at the checkpoint. Now, you don't know how many that were killed. In other words, 6 of them were killed, and you don't even know how many. We know, but our checkpoints are places that a policeman will wake up, just go there, create his own checkpoint, and starts collecting money from the street of the people. And when they kill him, it becomes a news. Caller, good morning. Caller on WhatsApp line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Oh yes, Mazi Peter. Good morning, Mazi Peter. Good morning. My name is Mazi Jaka. I am calling from Washington D.C. here, United States of America. I am from Amibo. Amibo in Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja Opobo. Mazi, thank you again for all the good job you do. I thank God Almighty for Mazi NNAMDI Kanu. Yes, Mazi, I want to answer to my brothers that are talking about Britain. I want them to understand that it is not in the hand of the Britain. That is, NNAMDI Kanu is not in the hand of the Britain, but in our hand. You know, because it depends on what we do. That will pressure Britain to do the right thing. We cannot go and sit down and keep quiet and then thinking that they're going to do. Nigeria, they want to test the water. They want to test exactly what we can be able to do. This is what it is all about. You know, they are holding based on the fact that we're going to calm down, everything will die down, and then they will do whatever they want to do. So I am calling on all the Biafrans. I am calling on all the lovers of freedom. I am calling on everybody that know that their plight in Nigeria, they don't like it, to rise up. Mazi, I was so excited. Somebody from the World Ipob Congress called me and then was asking me, oh, what about, the demonstration that we want to do in Washington, D.C. and everything. And these are all these people. I could remember one of them, one professor. I spoke to him. Oh, he was telling me, oh, how is it that NNAMDI Kanu have to be the person that will be talking for the Igbos? I mean, that he went to war and he did this and then I stopped. I hung up. I didn't talk to him again. But he was the one that was calling me now, asking me, where are we having the demonstration? So when I asked him what happened, then he told me now who is in right of his mind that will see that NNAMDI Kanu is in jail. And then all these, bandits and then all these Fulani herdsmen are released and none of them prescribed. Any Igbo man in his right of sense who is not agitating and angry and then, putting pressure on government, that person is stupid and a saboteur. This is what the man told me. So what I am telling the Biafrans, you don't have to be an IPOB member, but you have to know now that definitely you have been minimized. Believe me, you have been subjugated in Nigeria. They have seen that you are nothing. You got to rise up. Because this thing, believe me, if you don't do it, it's going to trickle down to our children. It's going to affect our children and our life in that country. What are we talking about? We have been marginalized in a way that we have been subjugated, in a way that we are think that we are slaves in that country. Everything that comes to just a Biafran, it is treated in another way. What we are doing now is you want to emancipate yourself from this tyranny, from this, concocted strategy that they have put on us. This is the strategy they created for so long, and there's an opportunity now for us just to, get ourselves out of this bondage and out of this cage that Nigeria have caged us, because this is not our position. If everything is created equal, if everybody just the play field, equal playing field. Whatever you do, then you just go ahead and do your business. It will not be a problem. But this is an intentional way that Britain and Nigeria have used to cage us in this cage. And then we have to be the people that will liberate ourselves and liberate our, children. If not, we are going to die in this. So I am calling on you. You are the youth. You have not gotten a job since you finished university. There's no employment for you. You are the youth. You have been suffering. You've been driving the kicking apparel, and then you have children to feed. You have your elderly mother and elderly father to feed, and then there is no way, because the people who are holding you are these politicians. Okay, then NNAMDI Kanu that is in the jail. Why is it? You have to ask yourself, why is NNAMDI Kanu in jail? What did NNAMDI Kanu do? Did NNAMDI Kanu kill anybody? Did NNAMDI Kanu steal the treasure of Nigeria? Did NNAMDI Kanu commit any crime in Nigeria? No. The only reason NNAMDI Kanu, because you're not getting it. You're not getting it. Can you ask yourself, why is NNAMDI Kanu in jail? It's because of the word he kept working in his mouth, and then he said, listen, that the way things are being done in Nigeria is not good. The children don't have job. That is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. There is no electricity. That is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. There is no good road. That is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. The Quranic herdsmen are killing our mothers and raping our mother. This is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. Nnamdi Kanu wants good thing for everybody, even for the son of the Fulanis. Nnamdi Kanu wants a good thing for the son of the Hausas, the middle birds, every child, every youth that is going on in that country. This is why Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. Have you asked yourself why? You know, why are they chasing him around to kidnap him? So, if you are a lover of freedom, if you have determined that your plight in Nigeria, that you have to change it, if you want to restore your destiny and your dignity, you have to come out now. No matter whom, whatever you call, even if you are a Yoruba, even if you are a Biluwa, even if you are from Middle Belt, if you are a child that is looking for a good thing, that is a good life in Nigeria, come out and then fight for the Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Because this is what Sunday people you have to do, because these are the people that are working for you. So you can't come every time then we are talking as if we are talking is the politics. Believe me, anybody that is against Nnamdi Kanu is against your progress. That is what you should understand. And for the politicians that have been mortgaging our life, the politicians that have looted all the treasure, the criminal politicians who are just playing politics with our life, then we have to show them. This is the time the youth stand up once and for all and do it, and that's it. And I am asking you, please, if you are here in America, I am begging you just to donate to Eastern Security Network. Remember the Eastern Security Network? This is the only thing that we have. This is the people that are just, what their duty is just to secure our parents, secure our farm. You know, these people are not in our land anymore the way they used to be. But because of the Eastern Security Network, I want you to continue to support and then bring any money, then little, no matter how little it can be. So, Mazi, thank you and God bless you.
God bless you too. All right, thank you very much for the call this morning. And the message is very clear. We have our Eastern Security Network to support. We have our movement to support. You come out and support what we are doing. If you don't want to support us, it's still your choice. But please, don't try to derail what we are doing. The website is very clear on this. We have a website where you can make your contributions and your donations in whatever shape or form. It doesn't have to be financial. The support, there are other ways you can support. Like my brother, a person that I just aired his program this morning on the bus, that is spreading the information and telling the world the message has been gotten, and no matter who is contesting or protesting against what he said, it's not going to go away just like that, because I'm not going to let it go away. I'm going to spread that news. I keep talking about it all the time because it's a message that he has sent to the world. And believe me sincerely, the world has very much welcomed this message. The message has been taken. He's a bold man. No matter how much you condemn him, no matter what you say about him, it does not really matter. What matters is that he has given his message, and the message, I am sure, has been accepted. I will take quite a very little break, and I'll be back with you. Stay tuned, don't go away.
Forget that.
All right, I have a call on Signal. Caller on Signal, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Caller.
Yeah, good morning, Dr. Good morning, Dr. Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you for your wonderful program. With regards to the guy with the demonstration, the long demonstrator, I was saying that maybe that guy was listening to your program. That was marvelous. But I would have loved if he had told them that they have the opportunity now to decamp and seek for asylum. And seek for asylum in this country to shame Nigeria. I wish they had told them that. because a lot of people, some people, it's always easy to blame people. But, all these young folks who are playing, they forget that what people values most in that country is the means of survival. They see opportunity to survive. Some of them, a majority of them are not employed. Anybody who listens knows how the extent of pressure they're putting on people who are employed to help them survive. There is no job there, and people see this as an opportunity to provide something for themselves. So I would have wished if this guy had told them that they should all seek asylum and claim that Nigeria is a terrorist government. Yes. And believe me, a lot of them will jump into that opportunity because they don't know. One other thing I would like to say is this, and I'm going to say it as the way I feel. Anybody can feel otherwise. Our people don't make use of their brain. I'm talking about people that call on Radio Biafra, and sometimes I get frustrated by what I'm hearing. It's true that you suspect people sometimes based on their previous activity, the way they berate Britain, United Kingdom on our radio. I don't like it. If they should forget, they should remember that Nnamdi Kanu has been living in London all these years. They didn't do him anything. They can bungle him up and send him back on the basis of whatever charges Nigeria. I only say make sure you try him in the proper way. And there is nothing you can do about that. Now, and people also forget that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to Ejimako, was in Kenya since April. If they had already, if they had wanted to do something, would they have to wait from April to June to do that thing they want to do? Are they afraid of anybody? They are not. And now they have issued, statements from the parliament saying everything that is right that they are supposed to say. And we are putting pressure, having demonstrations all over the place. People should sometimes allow things to take their normal process and shouldn't be jumping on the radio and cursing and saying, like the last guy the second to last guy that spoke, that said, they can't do them anything. Britain fought war with Argentina in their own land on Falkland Island and defeated Argentina. And this is the same country that colonized the whole world. So if they are a force to be reckoned with, so somebody should not just be coming to radio be talking nonsense. We are asking them to do the right thing, which is their citizen is being extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria, which is against the international law. Let's see how things work out. Whether they will treat him properly as a white Briton, or they will discriminate on him on the basis of his skin color. There are people with conscience. They are more conscious than we do. Because we are selling our own. The people who are keeping us where we are our own people, not them. There are people spreading money everywhere, and we are fighting. We are freedom fighters fighting, trying to liberate our country, and people are busy wasting money. They are not contributing to the liberation of their own people. Instead of us to be blaming people that are supposed to be blamed, we are pointing fingers on the same people we are asking to help us. It does not make any sense at all. Action speaks louder than words. If you have anything to do, go ahead and do it. Do not be coming to the radio and be shouting and acting like a mad dog. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Our people should desist from this nonsense. We have to give them the benefit of doubt until we have any reason. If they fail to release our people, then you can say you've done the wrong thing. And the pressure we are putting by demonstrating tomorrow, Bostonians are moving to going to New York. We stayed having meeting till after mine yesterday night. We are coming to New York to demonstrate. And when you come for demonstration, you don't see anybody there. Even when they come, some of them are side viewers. I'm talking about officials that should be out there. They are not wearing any uniform. They are not singing. They are not making noise. All they do there are spectators. We are not doing what we're supposed to do, and we are pointing fingers on people. How many people are going to come to New York? I would like to see the number when we go there again. We were in Washington, D.C. about 2 weeks ago, or 3, demonstrating. How many of us were there? I know people that we have to really pull Until you slam a big sanction on them before they were able to do it, they would have gone to work instead of going to demonstrate. They can't even sacrifice the least that we're supposed to do. And we're pointing fingers on people that we don't even know whether they're involved. They are white people. They know the right thing to do. They always do the right thing. They fought during the time our forefathers, the so-called Zik and the rest of them, they fought them on independence. At some point, they crumble. When they know that you know you are right and you know what you are doing, believe me, they will do the right thing. But if you do not know you are right and you are acting like a fool, they will let you be a fool. Everybody is fighting for their own interest. They have their own national interest they are fighting. If their national interest is to let your people behave like fools and they take all their resources, you continue behaving like a fool, they will take all their resources. But if you stand out and say no, we've seen people like Mandela, the great South Africa, went to jail for 27 years. Our leader is sacrificing everything, risking his life, doing everything. Up till now, he's been incarcerated. And you see people who are not going to do anything, and they'll be calling him names. How many Fulanis have been jailed for terrorism? None. Even the Yorubas, none. But Igbo man is the sacrificial lamb because of how stupid and useless our people are. The so-called politicians are willing to sell their own people. What are we talking about here? We are pointing the finger on the wrong person. Point the finger on ourselves. We are the people who are responsible for all the nonsense that is going on us. If we are, nobody else. Don't look elsewhere. Look at yourself. Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. You are the problem. God bless you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. That's a good observation, and I think I go with that. I agree with him 100%. Let's look at Asna if any boom in Alafria, in the inside in body. Now, our body, that's why we have this problem. Let's not start, because they are doing what they have to do. They're even talking about it in the parliament. It's creating an awareness. Our thing is to demonstrate and show the world what is happening. There are people, those of us in our small enclave, we think that universally everybody walking the streets knows about Biafra. Doesn't work that way. Probably not. Does not work that way. There are people who don't know. That is why we go out to demonstrate. That is why we go out to tell them, to show to the world that this is what is going on in our land. And if we do it properly, believe me sincerely, one single awareness can create a bigger thing. So the British people, I wouldn't say that because people want to make accusations, it's hard to believe that they are going to be planning to get Kanu and they want to do it in Kenya. Why? He lives with them. He's part of them. He lives there with them in Great Britain. If they want to take him, they can take him there. But they don't have to wait for him to go outside and get on. What we need to do is keep our fingers crossed and wait and see if they're doing the right thing. At least for talking about it. If they were completely silent and not saying anything, now I understand somebody accusing them. But they are talking about it in their parliament. Whether they are slow. I know we are humans. We want it to be Tanechi. Life is not met like that. Things go through processes. When you make a Tanechi, you get in trouble. That's why Nigeria is in a big mess that they are in right now. You don't have to tell you about it, but believe me sincerely, they are in deep shit, the complete mess, and they know that this is what they have done to themselves. Because that is acting in a hurry, that's what you get. When you follow the due process, it might be too long for you, but in the end, that is the road that will not lead you to an accident. So slow and steady wins the race, according to William Bepu. In the end, you win the race. So we are going to be patient. Like I said, when this whole thing started, it was like heaven was going to fall. But today, heaven has still not fallen. We are still here, waiting. Eventually, we will get there. When they give a date, they think that the date is in heaven, that you never get there. No, you will eventually get there when it is time. Slow and steady, we'll get to the date and we'll be able to talk about the issues that concerns us as a people. We are not going to go there and wait and rush them for them to go and make a mistake. They are doing it the way they are supposed to do it. But even talking about it in their parliament, talking about it at all, means that they are aware of what is going on. And then with the pressure of we going to their embassies to submit our application, to submit our protests, That means a lot. I have a call coming in on let's see, on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi Peters, good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Peters. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
And thank you for being on air again today. And God bless you. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear. You're talking to the wall, so go ahead.
Okay, sir. I thought maybe it's breaking. It's breaking. Okay. Mazi, thank you for having me and God bless you. Thank you for standing strong to see that we liberate ourselves. And also allow me to appreciate Onyendu. I know what you said this morning. You said you much greeting this morning. I understand that. But allow me to appreciate Onyendu, the one and the only, the man who stands strong to defend his people. I say, may his days belong on this earth. Long live Mazi Kanu. Long live Ipob. Long live United States of Biafra, and also long live USA. Mazi, I like what the last caller said. I think Ben he said something that we have to follow that instruction, what you have said right now. But nevertheless, Mazi Peter, let me say something here. Mazi, I remember or I recall last time when what is this guy what is his name again? I forgot his name. When he was arrested in the zoo called Nigeria, and he was not an American citizen. He was only his son. I thought only his son was an American citizen because his son was born in American soil and he became a citizen of America. But that guy, what is his name? I forgot his name. This popular guy. This man that says that revolution now. What is his name again? Mazi, can you remember his name?
Sorry, you're talking.
Showore, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's Showore I'm talking about. Showore is not a citizen of America. Showore, it's only his son was a citizen of America because his son was born in American soil. That makes that his son to become a citizen of America. When Showore had a case, America intervened seriously. The lawmakers in American Congress, they stood up. They said, this man and his son is our citizen, so we have to, release him. They intervened in Showore case. Why Showore is not an American citizen? Only because of his son being a citizen of America makes American lawmakers to intervene in issue of Showore. Now, what makes me to say this? As our brother said, we have to wait and see what Britain will play here. If the citizenship you have as a British citizen will make you to say, yes, I'm a British citizen indeed, by having British nationality. That's number one, because if this thing play out right now and British did not perform the way people expect them to do, meaning that you having British citizenship, my brother, is not needed, because if they cannot defend you when you are in trouble, if they cannot do the right thing when you fall into a trap like this, then your citizenship doesn't mean anything, meaning that you are having the paper for nothing. So now we have to wait and see how they are going to play the game. It's true that they are speaking, but we need more action. Let them do it what America did, that Showore set free. America did it because Showore is not a citizen, but they did it because of the son of the Showore, make America to interfere in Showore case. Now we want to see how British will do this, because the man that holding is their citizen, not the son. He's a citizen of Britain, so they have to do their own work very well so that we may trust them. That's number one. Now I say another thing about this Sunday Igboho. People is saying Sunday Igboho is released, Sunday Igboho is that, Sunday Igboho is this. What happened is this now? Sunday Igboho was arrested in Benin Republic. It's not Nigeria government arrested Sunday Igboho. It's the same thing that happened to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not Nigerian government arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people that arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Kenyan people and hand it over to Nigerian government. Now the same scenario, the same issue happened to Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho was arrested in Benin by Benin government, Benin police officers arrested Sunday Igboho. Now because of what people have been saying, that what they did to Nnamdi Kanu is extraordinary decision, so they will not allow it to happen to Sunday Igboho. Do you know what the federal government of the EU is saying today? They are saying they are going to follow the due process to bring Sunday Igboho
to Nigeria. It's not adoption as they did to our leader. Why they're doing that now? Because they have seen how people is condemning the what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing our leader is saying. When you see evil, condemn that evil. If you say these people, journalists speed up when our leader was in the zoo, the 2017 Operation Python dance, they stood up to speak up. I don't think they will have the mind, the Fulani have the mind again to go to Sunday and keep people there, even arrested pussycats there, believing that Sunday turned to pussycats. See, if not what happened to Nnamdi Kanu, they should have brought Sunday to Nigeria. Because of issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, Sunday is not be able to bring to Nigeria because people see that it's not normal. They have to follow due process. Today, the zoo now is saying they are going to follow the due process to bring Sunday to Nigeria. And the leader of Sunday is saying this. He said they will not bring Sunday to Nigeria except if Sunday commit any crime in Benin Republic, then the Benin Republic can deport Sunday tonight. But so long you never commit any crime, they will not send Sunday to Nigeria. That's what's going on right now. It's not Nigeria government that will send Sunday it's Benin Republic. Same thing to happen to our leader. Mazi, thank you for having me and God bless you. So
thank you very much. Thank you so much. We can't verify any of that, but let us take it with future words. A due process has to be taken. That's exactly what we're saying. It boils down to the same thing that our brother Ben just spoke about, and you have to allow the due process to go. Do not force it. It's not going to change anything. Honestly, it's going to make it more authentic and better. So the British government, whatever they are doing, I'm sure they're not going to just let Nnamdi Kanu go. And do not compare it. Somebody was saying something about Shore and his family. Shore is married to an American woman, actually. Is she? Yes. And their son is an American, yes. So we do things differently in this country. If Nnamdi Kanu was carrying an American passport, I bet you Nigeria would even dream of it, doing what they are doing. Because somebody here will just go out there and say, hey, you can't do that. It's a violation, and Americans take it very seriously more than other countries. America, first of all, has nothing. There's nothing for them to please you about. They do things that is right, and that's the way they do. Take from heaven and earth, talk about America, curse them out, do whatever you like. That's your problem. You don't live here. You don't know what's going on here. They are different. If Nnamdi Kanu was carrying a U.S. passport and a citizen of the United States of America, Nigeria would not even go there. And especially when we had the past president that was here, you think he was there, they would go and pick up Nnamdi Kanu and take him to a nap. You can't do that to an American person. It's different. The British government too, they have their own right. They know what to do. They like to sit on the table and talk and do nothing. That has been their system. First of all, they think they're not only trying to stop you, they're not trying to delay what you're going to do, but they're trying to make sure that what they are going to do favors them too. They didn't know the diplomacy. Umaru Biko's case was that it happened in the land, in their own country, and at that material time they intervened and then they got him. I don't encourage calling me on a private line on this line because it's very disturbing. Please use the other lines. When you call in and the line is not going through, we have 4 lines on this job, please. And then there's a call that keeps coming in, and each time it comes in, it's like it's interrupting me because that's linked to the system. The only time I take calls on private line is when it is convenient, but if it is not convenient, I will not be able to do it. So use the other lines, please. Whoever is calling, go to 646-920-4541, 8453-447984, +1 929-406-9953. Those are the lines that are open for you at the moment to make your calls. But I have 3 lines that are completely open, 845-344-7984, +1 929-406-9953. Use the principal officer's line, and then the number 646-920-4541 is actually very, very open for you to make your calls. So like I was trying to say, you know, the British people, they are doing their best since they can even talk about it. If they have kept quiet completely, then we have reason to complain. But we want them to make Mengwangwa. Mengwangwa is always creating problem. I'm telling you the truth. I have a line that is open right now. Caller on WhatsApp line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Mike, Mazi Ike Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. My name is Elanya Uche. I hail from Abriba, Nohaka local government area from my province. I'm a principal officer in the great state of New Jersey, a sister state to New York, and I greet all Biafrans worldwide. Mazi, just like you said, with a call to buttress a point for all of us to do what we can do. And right now, the immediate thing that all of us in this area can do is to show up tomorrow at the British consulate in New York. That's where we're going to be tomorrow, and we're encouraging everybody nearby or even far away to come and join us. We have traveled, also IPOB New Jersey, we have traveled as far as Washington, D.C. So we expect that people in D.C. Can also join us tomorrow in New York. And I was encouraged to hear I believe some people coming from Massachusetts, Connecticut, we expect you to be there, New York, of course, Pennsylvania, Delaware, all across the Eastern Seaboard. New York is the place to be tomorrow. We need to come out there in mass. With us, our children, our friends, we need to come and show our displeasure at what that zoo government is doing to our leader, Mazi Kanu, who is a British citizen. The British government needs to come up and stand for a citizen. And we need to also educate the British citizens. I'm not sure how well we have done that, to let them know that one of them is being unfairly imprisoned and extraordinarily renditioned. And if it can happen to one of them, then it can happen to any of them. So that is why we should also, we need to educate them and make them part and parcel of what we're doing. Because we cannot allow this to happen. And yesterday I also found out that simultaneously, our brothers and sisters in Houston are doing the same thing. And so I also encourage everybody in the Houston area to come out and join the protest at the British Embassy in Houston. And I'm very happy that this is happening simultaneously. There are other consulates, British consulates across the nation. It would have been even lovelier if all of them were going on at the same time. I know that some of our brothers are 2 hours or 3 hours behind, but let us try to next time coordinate it so that all the British consulates in the United States will feel our presence. And I know they talk to each other, so they will know that yes, they'll ask each other, this Biafrans in front of your office? Yes, so I believe there's one in Atlanta, there's one in Houston, there's one in Seattle, there's one in Massachusetts, and of course there's one in New York. All of us, we need to continue to put the pressure on them. IPOB, members of IPOB New Jersey, I hereby encourage you to come out. We're renowned for being there early, so we target to be there by 10 o'clock tomorrow. Bring your friends, spread the word. That is what we can do in the immediate time. Also, we encourage everybody to continue to support what we're doing financially. All the avenues to do that are very public. And finally, those of us from Omaha province, we have a platform where we are galvanizing our energies worldwide. Please feel free to join us on that platform by calling me at +1 732 912 6087. We must do everything we can to release our leader, Mazi Kanu. Mazi Ike Peters, thank you for your time. Biafra.
Biafra, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. We're still taking calls. I'll be there tomorrow by grace. And I hope to meet most of you tomorrow, most of my callers, especially those from the United States of America. I need to see you there in in New York, British Consulate tomorrow. So let's go there and tell the world our plight. Caller on Signal, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I'm Rabbi Charles calling from my location, Before I commence, I would like to say good afternoon to Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, freedom lovers. I salute you, our leader, His Excellency Mazi Kanu. I salute you, good afternoon, shalom from here. Mazi, let me add my voice to the trending news on what is going on. I was very privileged to listen to your moderation and listen to the callers, but there is a striking point your first caller made. And a lot of people, somebody called, and a lot of people may have different opinion from what he said, but let me expatiate on that. If we know how America reacts when you adopt, maybe when you kidnap an American citizen. You know how the government of America will descend on that nation. Yeah, everybody knows that. And British, they do the same, but it has a clause in it. If what happened here, if what happened to our leader Mazi Kanu happen to an American passport holder, a citizen of America will definitely, Kenyan diplomatic relationship with America will be severed with immediate effect. Why wouldn't Britain do the same? Why wouldn't they cut off the diplomatic relation between them and Kenya for having this crime? What are the Nigerian diplomats still doing in their high commission in Trafalgar Square, somewhere that area in central London? What are they doing there? Britain should have expelled them and sever that diplomatic relationship in order to correct this. And if that happens, if what happened to our leader happened to a British white man or a woman, definitely the war vessel of Britain will be encroaching Nigerian sea territory by now. That is how it works. For them to now you hear the name of somebody, his name is Tariq. What message is that sending to Nigeria? Or they will say that is because that is a Fulani regime, is radical Islam regime. They will say, oh, it's our brother. And they are holding the infidel in their code of operation and belief system. That is what it is. So what are they doing? Now let me bring it back home because somebody said it and most people don't know. This will open door to any British citizen that goes out anywhere. This issue will open doors, so and they will be vulnerable for any kind of attack anywhere worldwide until they release our leader Mazi Kanu unconditionally. Britain has the capability, they have what it takes to get it done. Why can't they get it done? Why can't they do it? Why can't they do it? Is it because our leader is a black man holding British passport? And we saw racism in their football. What does that tell us? Just because of whatever technicality, and 2-3 black players miss penalty. And come and see what happened in the United Kingdom. We are watching it. We don't know what we're seeing. That thing is, and it has engulfed them politically even. You see racism here and there. They try to cover it, they try to patch it, the thing is leaking because from top to bottom most of them are racist. They conduct racism, they will enact law that says we are against racism. But if you go to the politics is there, go to the sports is there, go to showbiz is there, go to any entertainment industry is there. Even to social gathering is there. That is what they systematize in South Africa. And they will tell you whites only. Who did it? Which country systematized racism in South Africa? And we are looking at a big elephant in the room and we are asking, where is the elephant? If somebody said it, he said, oh, very carefully, they are working. Let me tell you, some people who doesn't know, when somebody is holding you down and there is something you can do, don't hesitate to do whatever you can do. Don't hesitate. And when people are fighting, don't come to tell them, calm down, don't do it this way. If you don't have the temerity to do it, step aside. And those that can do it, let them do it. Mazi, I did that today. Thank you. Shalom.
All right. Thank you very much. That's also what I'm saying. We have to come out there and demonstrate. Come there, wherever you see it happening. There is something they call one-man protest. And the guy that did the job with the footballers, with the Falcons, is an excellent example, because I'm sure trust me, no matter what you say, those kids that are going to play that soccer, they will never give their best, because somebody has planted something in their brain that will give them a thought. Why am I even killing myself? Why am I wasting my time here? And our brother Ben said something that was very, very unique. I once met a soldier here in the United States of America, here in New York, actually, to be precise. He's a security guard in one of the projects. So we were talking. He's from Benue State. And he told me he was a soldier because what started was the armed robbery, the way armed robbers shoot guns and things like that. And the man quickly intervened and said, listen, anytime you go to see armed robbers that are stealing and there is somebody that has a firepower and is coming, is firing this gun, go check him out. He's either a soldier or somebody in the military, no matter. He said not even the police. He said the only people that can go out there and fire and face in armed robbery, that he himself, he gave me an example of himself. He's in the US, so he doesn't have to lie, protect himself. He said, I was part of them. I did that for a living. I said, so how did you get to the US? He said, we came to sports and I absconded. I told them to hell with them. I sought asylum. Today I'm a citizen, I'm a green card holder in this country. This was in the 90s, sometime in the 90s. So these little girls that are going out there to play for a terrorist government, this is an opportunity for you guys. Go out there, seek an asylum and go and live. Nobody's saying you're going to seek an asylum and become a richer than you ever be. No, the truth is that you will live like a human being. What was the guy doing? When I saw him, he was a security guard in a private company. They were guarding a project. So that's where he worked. In fact, what he had in his hand was from, they say, peace officer, not police officer. So which means the city had something to do with him. He is living his life as a normal person. And he told me he's been in the country for about 3 years. He's trying to bring his wife and his children back over here. Because he told me what we are doing there is we are not living life at all. That they live, to make me understand that basically he didn't use the word armed robber. He told me, listen, Oga, that's what I was doing for a living. Somebody's owing you, I'll take a gun, I'll go there and get the money from the person. As long as you tell me you're going to pay me, I don't care whether the person owes you or not. So these young kids that go to play soccer for a demented country that is full of terrorists, the terrorist government, that man that made that thing there could have warned them, could have even given them that hint. All of you can seek asylum somewhere, wherever you want. You are right now. If you don't go back there because you're representing a bunch of idiots, go to the stadium and do it there. Right in the stadium when you're about to play, tell them, take off in fact, have a uniform down there that says terrorism. Then take off your real jersey and make them understand that I am not going to be part of this. Nobody, any country will grant you asylum to live like a normal person because they know you sound normal. Going there to fight that guy, there's a girl there that sat down there and saw what she asked. What are you doing to change the system? Quietly, she asked that question, and the man said, what I am doing right now is part of changing the system, and that was very good, very excellent. This is the man that some people are abusing on Facebook. Some people brought his face. The man is not hiding his face. He has nothing to hide on his face. He is living in a real country, in a real country. Not a country of terrorists where you'll be afraid of your face. You don't want to talk because you don't know what people will think. Nobody's encouraging you to be lazy, to come out. No, but when you protest, things like that, footballers, socialites, movie stars, you guys are supposed to be ambassadors. Not go out there and portray and show the world what you are not. Somebody watched a Nigerian movie and was telling me, it's the kind of houses you live. I say, yes. See these houses? No, but we're not saying that everybody there has to be done, but the majority are not living in those kind of houses that you see. In America here, nobody lives in such a great house. There are people who will always be sick and the ambulance will come and start treating them from their homes. You don't have these facilities. That's what we're talking about. You don't have drinking water. The light is not steady. You have to buy a generator and be polluting your nose with the environmental hazard. And they call generator. You're running away from life. Your life is being brought down, and then you cannot do anything about it. And when you talk, somebody will say you are not telling the truth. I have a call. Caller on signal. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, Mazi, Peters. Good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, thank you so much for picking my call. Mazi, please, can I ask a question? Yeah, because why I'm asking is that I have called severally on this line. Is this line almost available whenever you're on the line?
What do you mean this line? The signal, right?
Yeah, signal, yes, sir.
Yes, it's always available, but when you call, if somebody is talking, I can't pick it up. That's okay. To make sure that you call when nobody's talking, then you get picked up. If somebody's talking, I can't pick it up, and by the time the person finishes talking, the line drops.
Okay, my brother. Thank you for explanation. Thank you. Mazi, I'm your brother Mazi. I'm calling from Austria, and by the special grace of God, I am the IPOB national PMO. Mazi, please, before I proceed, I want to use this opportunity to announce our next protest that is going to take place here in Austria on 26th of this month, and it's going to take place in British Embassy and also in Zoo Embassy. Please, we are inviting all Ipobians, those in Chianti, those in Salzburg, those in Vöcklabruck, those in the Steiermark, those in Linz, those in Vienna, Neustadt, all of us and all of us of freedom, our DBL brothers, our Amazonian brothers, please, we are inviting you to come and join us on 26th as we march once again to let British government know the extraordinary rendition that Kenya government and Nigeria committed against our leader Mazi NNAMDI'S. We will keep on protesting. We will keep on alerting the world until the British government and Nigerian government do the needful. Mazi, I want to say that this clip you played is one of gallant men here in Austria, in Vienna, approach these girls that we came here to represent Nigeria wearing their jersey. While the same government is killing people, they are killing people in that zoological country called Nigeria. The people of Middle Belt are being killed every day. In Yoruba land, they are killing them. In Biafra land, we are unsafe. Inside our bush, we cannot farm. And these people have the guts to wear uniform, to come here in Austria, Vienna, want to parade themselves inside the city to look how beautiful Austria looks like. Why the place they are coming from, there is no light. If NEPA give the light, they will shout, up NEPA. But they're in a place where 24 hours, since I came here over 20 years, I've never seen a blink of one day that there's no electricity. And these people get God to came here to represent Nigeria, calling themselves Falcon. Mazi, this guy did a great work. If I meet him in this protest, I will buy him a beer. This is how it will continue to happen. Anywhere we meet them, he doesn't care if you're a celebrity, or if you're a footballer, or if you're a politician. Anywhere we see you here, want call yourself in Nigeria, we will ask you questions. We will keep on. This one protest is one of the latest things that we should adopt it.
Yes.
Anywhere we meet people, we will ask them question. What are you doing here? Why do you put on the Nigerian uniform? Why do you leave Nigeria to come here to come and enjoy good life? Why people are there dying? These are the questions we keep on asking these idiots that don't know that they don't know their rights. What a shame! What a shame! This brother need you need to be. This guy is a great guy. I'm telling you. He broke the record.
Absolutely.
He broke the record.
Yes.
He broke the record. I'm telling you. I hope you will come to this protest we are having on 25th. I want to see him. I'm telling you honestly speaking. Mazi, I want to say something concerning these politicians, those that are denying themselves that their hands are not in this extraordinary rendition of Ali Mazi NNAMDI'S. They are not this, they are not that. If you like, come and testify. If you like, don't come and testify. We don't care to know. All we are saying that all of you, both you governor, both you politicians,
except any near Baribe. If anything, a pinch happen to our leader, all of you hold all of you accountable. That Biafra land will not contain all of us. As you people are running away from insecurity in Biafra, we will make Biafra land uncomfortable for all of you. We will pursue all of you anywhere you run. If you come here, we'll see you here. We will pursue you because this man have done no wrong. He's a good man. He's a good man. All he's asking is the freedom of his own people. All he's asking is that I want a referendum. He has been shouting it for good 5 years. Give me a referendum. I want my people to decide if they want to belong on Nigeria. If they say they want to belong to Nigeria, I will answer. I will never talk again about that.
That's right.
Which one has man can have committed that our own people? Mazi, you know what they're talking about, British. Let me be honest. The main problem we have is just all these politicians that we want them to come there because of one or two things they are getting in that zoological republic. They will give them allocation. They will share it within themselves. They cannot build road. Look at my River Niger bridge. Is going before you. If you don't take them in the next 3 years, that Niger bridge will fall. The one they are building called second Niger bridge till now has not been completed. Any state airport, they want it and say they have completed it. The one even international flight cannot land there. Mazi, you begin to ask, which type of people is this? Why are they so wicked that they hate their own? Mazi Mandekari is insulting people. This is what this man is asking them. Why do you take our location and at the end of the day you cannot use that money to build what you receive that money for? Why are they doing this to us? They don't want all of us to die. Why don't improvising us like this? Why are these people so wicked to us that they don't want us to breathe? Mazi, I swear before to work there, man. If they continue to do this in anything, and I'm not saying something has happened to him already, but let us not find a head in Mazi Nandekano's head. If we find one, to God who made me, all of us will make these people, then we know that Mazi Nandekano has been holding all of us all these years, putting chain on our legs, on our neck, for us not to do anything. Now they will see the real madness. Because enough is enough. It's either we want to survive or we decide to allow ourselves to die and allow Fulani to come to Biafra land and take over our land. And those of us here in diaspora, we should be very, very careful to know that if we cannot be able to go back home, or our children cannot be able to go back where we come from,
yes.
That is our generation. Our name will be wiped away that even our children cannot even think about going back to where we come from. That means our age. So getting Biafra is more important to us here in the diaspora than even those at home. This is why we have to make sure that we save this land to go carry my get lost. Mazi Nandekano is a voice crying in the wilderness like John the Baptist. Let my people go. Let my people go. And people want him dead. Those that want him the candidate will die before him. All of them will not be allowed to see Biafra. This is my prayer to all of them. Mazi, thank you for putting my call. My blessing one name. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We have almost come to the end of today's program. And for those of you who could not come in, tomorrow is another day. Don't brood over it. You have opportunity today, and in fact, Mazi is coming in. You can say continue trying to talk, and you have the opportunity to express yourself. This is Radio Biafra. We are one. This one Radio Biafra, universal. One IPOB community radio is universal. Every 247, there are people always there. There's something going on in that radio, and you need to seek around and be able to listen attentively. Try your luck to come in if you don't. But I still have to remind you that today, I mean tomorrow, I'm sorry, I'm not saying today, today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, the United States, New York City at the British Embassy, it's going to be a rally. I saw something today, and somebody's still calling, all right, let me just give this man a few minutes. I have less than 7 minutes to go on this program, so let's take this one. Please make it very brief. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, Mazi. My name is Onyedikachi.
Welcome.
Yes, I used to come from Germany, but right now I'm in France, coming from France.
All right.
Mazi, my own contribution.
Please make it very brief as you can, because the time is almost up. Well,
Okay, I will look at that. I am telling our men, our Biafrans, to be fast, ready for that day. Because I don't expect our leader to come out from jail to then court and go back. No way. It will never be. It will never done. It will never happen. I want them to really, whatever the Zoo want, we will give it to them. If it is war, let's do this war. Let us die once and for all. We are not even living anymore. Okay, we are suffering everywhere, and I want to put this into, if there is anywhere, because they are still kidnapping our people in Kenya, our people that are transit, that are transit in Kenya government will kidnap them. They are still doing it today. They are still doing it. We should investigate and know what they are doing to our people. It is still happening. Because I have one of my friends till now is in transit in Kenya. Till now we didn't hear anything about the guy today. So that is the information. It's happening. So what we need to do is how to defend our land and bring out our own. That is my own contribution. May God bless you.
God bless you too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you very much. I've shut down all the phone lines. I'm not going to take any more calls at this time because time is up. But what I need you to know, what my brother just said right now, it's verifiable. It's something we're going to verify. We want our intelligence to please find out how truthful that is, that our people are being abducted in Kenya. I need to know about that. I need you to call in. This wouldn't be on today's program. You can call up the other platforms and talk about it, because it is part of it. It's part of empowerment. It will escalate. All right, I've finally come to the end of today's program. Don't forget that tomorrow I saw something by the World Igbo Congress, but time is up, so I cannot really air it here. But probably tomorrow I'll be able to bring it up, something about their protests that they organized yesterday, which is very welcomed. More and more protests we are talking about. And the tri-states, New York, New Jersey, we are having one tomorrow that is very important. I'm very happy that Yanya from New Jersey came in here to invite the IPOB New Jersey to be. There's no reason why they will not come. Even the people in Washington can come, because as many as we can do it, the better for our what we are doing. All right, from here I have to remind you that IPOB, that Biafra is our religion, and Radio Biafra is where we worship. All right, unfortunately my music will not play. I don't know what the problem is with it. I'm just playing it because I tap it to go into it, but it's not going to come in. So we have to call it a day. Tomorrow I'll be here with you again, hopefully, and we sincerely hope that you will join me tomorrow. But still